In 2011, the BBC and Discovery Channel released two dinosaur documentaries almost simultaneously, Planet Dinosaur and Dinosaur Revolution. This resulted in some easy comparisons at the time. Dinosaur Revolution was heavily criticized for being more like a cartoon than a documentary. Planet Dinosaur escaped such heavy disapproval, likely because it had a much stronger focus on the science of dinosaurs. But I think the initial comparisons to Dinosaur Revolution have disguised much of the problems present in Planet Dinosaur, in particular, its unfocused storytelling. Let's start with structure. Planet Dinosaur is a 6-episode series. Each episode is 30 minutes long and jumps between different locations and animals, typically creating 2 or 3 storylines. On top of these segments featuring the CGI dinosaurs, Planet Dinosaur also cuts to moments where the scientific evidence behind the reconstructions is explained through graphics and narration. Other dinosaur documentaries use these evidence-based segments in small doses, but in Planet Dinosaur they are almost as long as the scenes of CGI dinosaurs, adding another layer to the already busy structure. Not only are they unnecessarily long, but the presentation is lacking, with John Hurt's narration being the only human presence and the fact no actual scientists were named or featured. There is no real character to latch onto in these segments, making them feel like a list of facts being read off of Wikipedia. The reconstructed dinosaur segments don't fare much better and are mostly limited to short scenes of predator-prey relationships or dinosaurs dying in natural disasters. In 6 half-hour-long episodes, Planet Dinosaur hardly manages to explore anything in the lives of dinosaurs outside of violent death. I don't know why the series ended up so unbalanced, but I do have a guess. Back when BBC's first documentary, Walking with Dinosaurs, originally aired, one of the main critiques received was that there was too much speculation, and the series didn't take its time to explain what scenes were based on evidence and what was conjecture. It's possible that the creators of Planet Dinosaur, some of which worked on the Walking With series, took this criticism to heart and interjected the CGI dinosaur sequences with explanations of the science. The result is an unfocused documentary that tries to have its cake and eat it too, giving equal time to both the story of the living dinosaurs and the story of fossil evidence in an incredibly short runtime. Funnily enough, the Walking With series actually managed to do this kind of thing well with one of its installments, The Ballad of Big Al, an hour-long documentary that is separated into 2 chunks. The first is the paleo reconstruction, telling the story of an Allosaurus from birth to death. The second explains the scientific reasoning behind the reconstruction, following various scientists as the puzzle of Big Al's life is pieced together. This separation of the 2 plot lines allows the documentary to take its time, avoiding Planet Dinosaur's shallow and short reconstruction scenes and characterless evidence-based segments. I do have other issues with Planet Dinosaur. Despite attempts to show the science, much of the information in the series is either outdated or based on faulty evidence. I'm also not a fan of the completely computer-generated backgrounds, nor the shaky camera work and the extreme zooms. But these problems alone would hardly sink the series in my eyes. The real failure of Planet Dinosaur is its inability to tell a good story.